Yeah, 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 yeah. This the Brad and Memory Show. Yeah, this the Brad and Memory Show. Yeah, this the Brad and Memory Show. Yeah, this the Brad and Memory Show. In the field with my dogs, like the Sixers, we gon' ball. Wake up early in the morning, tune in anytime at all. All time, all season, don't believe in off seasons. Watch the Phillies, watch the Flyers, and the Eagles on the weekends, yeah. This is not your ordinary radio show. Ain't just talking sports, we be talking about the culture. All across the globe, anything you wanna cover. This is for the fans, no room for our front runners. This the Brad and Memory Show. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know the vibes.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes. Brad Emery Show. Marcus Brown, Justin Emery.
Yo.
So when you're in pursuit of perfection, you got to have those games where your losses turn into wins. And last night was a perfect example of that. That when you're pursuing the perfection, you're going to have those games where you should lose, but you figure out a way to win. And last night, the Eagles just could not do that. Let's just address the obvious right off the from the start. Jordan Davis cannot be the end-all be-all answer to your run defense. Jordan Davis missing, yes, that would help you having him in the lineup. No question about it. But that can't be the answer to this problem. And, this is something...
The lone answer. It can't be the lone answer to the problem.
Right. This is something we've kind of noticed, the past couple of weeks. If I could pull up my notes real quick. The album. So the Eagles gave up 144 yards to Pittsburgh, 168 to Houston, and they gave up 100 yards in the first half to Washington last night.
Is that rushing?
Rushing, yes.
Okay.
And, the formula is in. I mean, the formula of how you compete with this team is in.
Blueprints out.
Is your offense needs to be your defense. As Troy Aikman said last night on the telecast. Your offense has to be your defense to beat this team. This offense is too good to give them the amount of possessions they've been receiving the first 7 weeks. Because really, Houston tried to do the same thing against them last week of that ball control. So you're going to see this a lot. And for me, it goes back to a conversation that we had last year about Jonathan Gannon and his inability to adjust to the obvious. I gave him a lot of passes last year because that roster, especially defensively, was big-time trash truck juice. And that is not the case this year. You have arguably the two best corners in the NFL on your roster in Bradbury and Slay. No, Slay didn't play great last night. However, I don't understand as a defensive coordinator how you don't see right in front of you that Taylor Heinicke is a quarterback on the other team. This isn't Justin Herbert. This isn't Patrick Mahomes. This isn't Joe Burrow. This isn't Josh Allen. Let him throw the ball. Dare him to throw the ball to beat you. Dare him to throw the ball. And it just took too long for the adjustments. I caught a little bit of Nick Sirianni's press conference about an hour ago or so. And he actually called Gannon out a little bit, saying that we take too long to adjust. And he wasn't talking about himself, because what are they adjusting to? The Eagles move the ball up and down the field like they usually do. They have no problem with the ball up and down the field. It was some bad luck on offense. If Dallas Goedert's head wasn't being turned around 360 degrees, maybe he doesn't fumble that ball.
Did you hear the news on him that just came out?
No.
Out 4 to 6 weeks. Just came out within the last 10 minutes. Dallas Goedert.
The knee?
Shoulder.
Shoulder,
4 to 6 weeks. Expected to hit IR. It just came out at. I read this during pre-show. This just came out at.
Well, that sucks.
38 minutes ago, it dropped.
That's not good.
Out 4 to 6. Minimum 4 to 6 weeks.
So you have that play, which was bad luck. The Quez Watkins play again, bad luck. The guy's trying to make a play. He gets up, not tackled. He starts, starts running. You lose your bearing. Bad luck. The Jalen Hurts interception, he's made those plays before, those throws before. I'm not going to kill him for it. This literally is I think his third or fourth pick of the year. The Eagles turned the ball over 3 times all year going into that game. Turned the ball over 3 times yesterday. Obviously, we know that's not good. However, this is squarely on the defense, and more specifically, their ability to stop the run. That's where all of this game falls on for me, is that right there. That's the game. That's the game. Washington ran about 85 plays last night to the Eagles 45, 46. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. Washington also, another stat that was crazy. In the first half, Washington had 11 third down opportunities that converted 8 of them. Now, all right.
I can't confirm it without listening, but everything I'm reading that's dictating it. I can't. There's audio. I can't listen to it, obviously, because it's during the show. I can't. But everything that I'm reading, that is apparently the news. So I just wanted to bring you into the fold.
Okay. Well, we can't talk about that now, but wow. All right. So yeah, everything that happened yesterday was a direct result of a simple problem of you not being able to stop the run. I got news for you. As we look forward to the rest of the schedule, I see Saquon Barkley twice. I see Derrick Henry. I see Indianapolis Saturdays, the Indianapolis Fighting Saturdays on Sunday. You're playing. I see Jonathan Taylor, the best running back in the league. I see Aaron Jones also. I see Tony Pollard and Zeke again. You've got to fix this, and you've got to fix this now. Is this loss a big deal in the sense of the loss? No. However, this could be a major problem if you don't fix the obvious. And it's time that Nick Sirianni takes Jonathan Gannon in that stupid hoodie he's wearing last night.
Oh, that was so – I hated that.
Brings him in the office and says, listen, bruh, I'm going to need you to figure this out. There's no excuses why you can't figure this out. You have all the pieces. You got beat by Taylor Heineke last night.
Yeah.
And Brian Robinson Jr., obviously, and the rest of the running back core. But you allowed Taylor Heineke to feel that he could be successful against our defense. The pieces that we have, that is absolutely unacceptable. We cannot have this. We are too good of a team to have this be an issue. We're too good. We still, by the way, despite everything I said, the running game, Quez Watkins fumble, Dallas Goedert fumble, Jalen Hurts not having the best game he could have had, even though he still made some great throws, A.J. Brown being sort of irrelevant for the first time all year, you still almost won the game. So this game for me falls strictly on the shoulders of Jonathan Gannon. There's no one else I want to blame or talk about other than Jonathan Gannon.
One guy. Quez Watkins. Can't cough that ball up there, bro. You lost the game-winning drive on a fumble. Now, if you're looking at the entire game, you say you have a pie chart and you're divvying out, percentages of blame. I'm going to say at least 70% of it has Jonathan Gannon's name on it. But the players still have to make plays. Slay did not have a great game. Fletcher Cox had 7 tackles. Marcus, they ran 81 offensive plays. Of course he's going to get 7 tackles.
Right.
Like you said, Jordan Davis can't be the lone solution in this problem. I 100% agree with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. 6'6", 360 in the middle will assist with that. That just is common sense. But you can't let that be the end-all, be-all. Fletcher Cox needs to come out and show why they decided to bring him back for 1 year, $14 million. I don't see him doing that right now.
Yeah, he's not a 3-down guy anymore, and that's why that's why Jordan Davis was drafted, and you're probably gonna have to draft another interior guy this year too.
Now, I'm not panicking yet. Okay, like they lost the game. Okay, guess what, Marcus? They went from the first seed in the NFC to let me check my phone real quick. First seed in the NFC.
Right.
Okay. I'm not worried about this. Now? It does mean that now, Vikings 8-1, Giants 7-2, Cowboys 6-3, and you still have to play the Giants twice, the Cowboys once. Now you beat the Vikings, so you have the head-to-head tiebreaker with them. But this loss is beginning to look like it's going to take away your ability to rest players at the end of the year.
Quite possibly. I mean, well, again, what's happened last night is, it's not a reason to panic. I'm not panicking over the loss last night, but the ability to adjust to the way
the blueprint is out. The blueprint is out. The blueprint is
because the way this is shaping up. Again, I just named all the running backs for you, all the guys you're gonna be seeing over the next couple weeks, and this is back to the Ben Simmons turn down that dunk thing. Like, everybody has cable. Everybody watched that game. Everybody saw what they did and what teams have done. Houston was able to stay competitive. They're not a good team. They were able to be competitive because of the way they played the Eagles. Same with the Commanders. Commanders obviously are playing better with Heineke than Wentz. However, they're not a great team.
Yeah.
They would just be able to be competitive because they took the air out of the football and said, listen, you're going to give us 5 yards a pop. We're going to take 5 yards a pop.
Yeah, let me give you a great analogy for Heineke yesterday, okay? He played awful. He had a 66 QBR.
Yeah.
That's abysmal. 66 out of 158. That's an absolutely atrocious QBR. He was there to be had. Now, we'll discuss that Brandon Graham play because that was not a way to end the game.
No.
I don't want to get into ref blaming, but this was also not a good game for the refs.
Was not a good game for
It was not a game for the refs, but the refs did not cost them the game.
No.
There's games where obviously you can sit there and say the refs cost them the game for X, Y, Z reason. This game, the refs definitely didn't help, but that's not why you lost. The most egregious play was the Dallas Goedert face mask.
That was horrible. And you had an umpire literally standing in front of the play. Like,
did you hear the pool report after the game from the refs? He said he didn't see a face mask on the field. So
and here's the thing too, like,
you're
listen,
telling me you can see an offensive lineman half a yard downfield, and you don't see the ball carrier with his head being spun around.
And listen, at the end of the day, things happen. Weird things happen.
I'm a fantasy tight end here. I gotta replace this man now.
Here's what the NFL needs to do. There is no way in the world you should not be able to look at that and see it and say, we effed up. Let's make this right now. Why in the world are you going to have this big-ass Jumbotron?
Well, the thing is, they went back. They went back and reviewed the play for the fumble.
Right.
And they watched that.
That's my point.
Okay.
And you're seeing the face mask.
Well, no,
so at that point,
where do you address this at? Do you address this at the league level where the league just automatically steps in? Or do you make something like that challengeable?
Where at? Poughkeepsie? Where they hang out? Secaucus? Wherever they're hanging out, Secaucus. Wherever they're hanging out, someone needs to say, hey, bro, that's a face mask. I'm going to need you to make that right. Like that, that's why these people are. And then you got the guy on TV. What is his purpose? Give him a headset. The guy on TV saying, Mike Pereira, is it? Mike Pereira saying
no. Mike, no. He's Fox. It was
I'm sorry, it's Monday Night Football. I don't know.
Yeah,
some guy, whoever ESPN referee guy, ESPN Pereira comes up on the headset and says to Troy and Mike, that was a face mask, right? So someone tell them that and let them go. We have reviewed the play. We let them make a correction. Face mask, our bad. Like to err is human. We have human people in here. There's a human element to the game. However, the fact that all this technology that we have, we need to make these things right.
Yeah, his name is John Parry, whoever that is.
Okay. We need to make these things right. And you can make them right. You have the technology. You have the capability. So just do it. Swallow your pride and make it right.
Make it challengeable if you have to.
Right. What? Yeah. Anything. But we got this. Can't be a thing where we all see the same thing, but yet we can't correct it. Why not? I don't know. Just can't. Why can't we?
Isn't it? What's the rule that everybody hates? The ball in the end zone. If you fumble the ball in the end zone, it automatically goes the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we just?
Yeah. We got to do. And the thing is, what would make this even worse is that this wasn't just a missed face mask. This is a missed face mask that led to a turnover.
Yes,
Like
that you reviewed.
Maybe if his head wasn't facing towards the other end zone, maybe he wouldn't have fumbled the ball. Like, did you ever think about that? Like,
No.
I don't know. But again, that's not, like you said, the reason why they lost. The run game was the reason why they lost. They need to figure that out, and it's a simple fix. You're going to have to stack the box and trust your cornerbacks. Like, you're missing Avonte Maddox, I get it. But you know what? You're good. You still have great cornerbacks back there. Trust them. Trust them to make plays. Get a little aggressive.
I mean, Gardner Johnson is intercepting everybody. He's intercepting you. Yep. He's intercepting me. He's intercepting that guy over there. He's intercepting the traffic coming over the bridge. He's intercepting everything right now.
He stole a hot pocket from my microwave this morning.
Yo, no fly zone over Lincoln Financial Field right now when he's out there.
Nope. He's scoping everything. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, that's that. Like, there's not really else really to recap in that game, because it's very rare you watch something and everyone knows what the problem is. And because usually you watch a game, you're going to have your angle, I'm going to have my angle, this person have their angle. It's all the same angle. We all see the same thing. There's nothing else to really discuss. We know what it is. We know what the problem is. It's fixable. We can fix this.
We got better linebackers this year.
Right. We still are really good. This doesn't change or shake my face. The Eagles are a really good team.
I got a question for you in regards to special teams.
Oh, boy. I know where this is going.
All right. What do you do? Because he's just not good enough.
See, here's what I would have done.
Here's what it is like, I don't want to, like, the guy just isn't good enough to be in the NFL. Like, it just is what it is. I'm not sitting here trying to bash the guy. He's the 53rd guy on a 53-man roster.
Yes.
Okay. He's just not good enough. I mean, I'm not good enough to be in the NFL either. It's not like I'm sitting here.
And there's just some positions that white guys shouldn't be in.
Yes.
This is not a white guy position. Like Jason Kelly said, there's a reason why white guys don't play cornerback.
Yes. Actually, Troy Apke.
Yeah.
Do you remember him when he came out of Penn State? Do you remember Deion Sanders seeing him run at the combine a 4.3? And he had this big, huge reaction to it?
No.
Okay, so Troy Apke came out of Penn State 2018, 2019-ish, something like that. It was whatever year Penn State was unexpectedly happened to make it into the top 5. Okay. And they had 12 guys drafted. They had backup defensive linemen drafted. They all went to the combine and had great expectations. And all the commenters are sitting there at the combine like, oh, no wonder Penn State did so good. They had a bunch of super athletes on their team that nobody knew about. So Troy Apke, 6'3", 210-ish, safety. White guy. Looks like he grew up in Mayfair. I don't really know where he's from. I think he's from Pittsburgh, but the look. He's from Mayfair. Comes out, Marcus, runs a 4.31. Deion Sanders was like, on the mic, whoa, people like that don't run like that. Where is he from? So he gets drafted by Washington as a safety. Well, this year in training camp, he transitioned to corner. He's now the first white corner in the NFL since, I want to say, 2014, they said. Yeah.
I mean, the days of Jason Sehorn are long past us. But, here's what I would have done.
But you're absolutely right. He should not be the returner.
Here's what I would have done. And this is, I mean, I don't know if it's outside the box, but I would have done this. I would have brought back DeSean Jackson and said, listen, you're going to be a punt returner.
That's it.
Welcome back. Welcome back to be a punt returner.
I
would have said, if you want to come, we want you. We'll get you, 5 to 10 snaps a game, but your primary job is to be a punt returner. That's what we need. Are you in? That's what I would have done when he was out there. Because I think DeSean Jackson, he can't be a full-time guy anymore. but he still has elite speed. He still can run.
He's still a top. There was a point in time where he was the fastest receiver in the NFL.
Right.
I would say I don't think he's top 10 anymore, but I'll still give him top 15.
I agree. He still can run. And he was, I mean, listen, he was an elite punt returner. He was really good at it. Really good at it.
Don't
he stopped
forget
doing
the
it for
Miracle
obvious
Meadowlands
reasons.
Part 3.
Yeah. He stopped doing it for obvious reasons. But like now, let's revisit that. Let's get you back out there for that.
I feel like gone are the days where you have a Brian Mitchell, a Devin Hester, a Dante Hall.
Right.
Where you have a guy this is what Reno Mahe.
Right.
This is what you do. I mean, we bash Reno Mahe all we want. He has an almost 11-yard career punt return average.
Yeah. Yeah, he was good at it.
Like, gone are the days where you have a guy that is, hey, your job is to catch this ball and bring it back for us. And, like, that's it. That's
you're
all
doing
you do.
Catch at the 5-yard line with 5 seconds to go in the game. What are you doing? Just start running.
Let it go in the end zone.
Yeah, do something. Do anything other than what you did.
I mean, some of it comes back to coaching. I don't think we have a great special teams coach, but I also don't think that we have the personnel for special teams. Howie did a great job building this roster, but he didn't build the very far end down the roster depth.
Well, that's why you got to be careful, because
that gives you those elite special teams.
That's why you got to be careful, because listen, I remember a team not too long ago that was really, really good at football and had horrible special teams. Their names, the Green Bay Packers. They lost that entire game last year, the 49ers, because of special teams. I hope that's not our future.
I don't know how they beat the Cowboys.
You know what? I kind of saw that coming a little bit. And here's the thing that's interesting about them. They're really good at drafting. Like, Christian Watson's time isn't now. Neither is Romeo Doubs, but I guarantee you those two will be superstars in the next 3 to 5 years.
Well, I was watching Skip and Shannon today. They were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And Shannon Sharp dove deep in the X's and O's for this. He goes, Christian Watson, 6'4", 4'3", he's going to pan out. He's got Aaron Rodgers. You don't know when. Is it going to be this year? It's going to be the offseason. It's going to be next year. He will pan out eventually. You know this.
Yeah.
He goes, the Cowboys lost it because their receivers don't run good routes. He goes, this game was lost on the Cowboys' bad route running. He's like, both of Dak's interceptions were the receivers' faults. He pulled up the tape. He goes, both of these routes are meant to be run hard at 10-yard slants. He goes, you're taught when if the safety's at 10 yards, he goes, what it is Dak's throwing that ball at 10 yards no matter what. It's your job to be there.
Yeah.
He goes, if the safety's there at 10 yards, you either break it at 8 and catch it in front of him, you break it at 10 and you cause a collision for an incomplete pass. He goes, when you cut it 12 and you go behind him, you're hanging the quarterback out to dry, and he's going to hit him in the numbers. He ran both interceptions. Exact same thing happened on both interceptions. Both receivers went behind the safety. He goes, when that happened with John, obviously he's referring to playing with John Elway. Mm-hmm. He goes, when that would happen, John would go to the coach and say, that was on me. I made a bad read. He would not hang me, because Dak went to the media and said, oh, the receivers, or there's miscommunication. They don't understand the route concepts. He goes, John Elway would never do that. He goes, he would go out and say publicly, I made a bad read, blah, blah. He goes, when we get in that locker room, he's like, make no mistake. He's like, he's reaming everybody out, because he's like, I took this bullet for you.
Right.
But
yeah, it's interesting, because like I mean, obviously this is why I trust people like Shannon Sharp doing more than I do. I looked at it as Dak being laid down the middle.
No. He said it was both. He's like both of these. He's like, the quarterback shouldn't come out and kill his receivers in the media. No. He goes, I don't support that. But he goes, without a doubt, he's like, if you look, he's like, before they make the cut, Dak's getting ready to release, because he's thinking to himself, there's no way the receiver's going to run behind the defender.
Yeah.
And he does it both times.
It was a bad spot for the Cowboys. You're going to Lambeau. The Packers are on life support, and Christian Watson wakes up at the right time.
And don't forget,
this is a game for him. Like,
12 is still there.
Yeah, 12 is still 12. And now I saw that, and I'm like, oh. Because now Watson is now confident. Because now he caught three balls off them. Rodgers going to trust him a little bit more. Dobbs is still developing. Lazard is, who Lazard is. But I think Watson will be a superstar in the next couple of years. And you see that happening. And still got that running game. So they're a team to watch out for, maybe getting hot late, which is just in time. Yay. We'll see you in a couple weeks, Green Bay. Yay.
Yeah, just after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All right. You want to go to power rankings?
Yeah, let's go. So obviously every week we do the power rankings here. Marcus gives you his, and then we go around the most esteemed, Marcus.
Yes.
Media outlets that cover the NFL. Last week he had Eagles at 1, Cowboys at 2, Vikings 3, Chiefs 4, Bills 5, Seahawks 6, Jets 7, Dolphins 8, Ravens at 9, 49ers at 10 with the Eagles taking their first loss this week, Cowboys losing, Vikings beating the Bills. I'm sure he's got a little mix up. Marcus, what do we got this week?
All right. So it's getting tough, man. It's really getting tough because we're getting a lot of really, really good teams, and some good teams aren't going to be on the list. That's just how it has to go. So it's just kind of this week now was kind of just the eye test of who do you think are the best of the best. And I'm going to start at number 10 with the Tennessee Titans, who continue to roll. Take care of business against Denver Broncos. They're just a tough matchup for anybody because they play that old school football that's always going to keep you in games. As long as you got a good running game, good offensive line, quarterback can make play action throws, you're going to be okay. So the Titans come at number 10. At number 9, I am going with the Giants. It's either really the Giants or the Jets that spot. The Jets didn't play that this week. So the Giants continue to win. I don't know, man. I mean, you look at that roster. It's just, how is this team at 7 wins? How is this happening? I don't know. Saquon Barkley obviously is back to his Saquon form, being one of the most explosive, dynamic players in football. I think one thing you could point to is that Brian Dable has really preached to Daniel Jones not to throw the football around and take care of the ball and no stupid turnovers. The defense is playing better. The defensive line's been pretty good. And they play the Texans, so that's what happens. Number 8.
You should get wins against Texans.
Number 8, the Baltimore Ravens, who continue to get better week in and week out. Projection. I project them getting to the top 5 in the next couple weeks. I think they are one of the top 5 best teams in football. I think they're coming together at the right time. This is when you want to start peaking as we get to November around Thanksgiving going forward. So I like the Ravens a lot. I think they'll continue to get better. All right, here's one. This is a slippy slip. But I had to do it because even though I think this team is a top 3 team in football, lost 2 games in a row as the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, 4 red zone interceptions in the past 2 weeks. And the worst one to me being the one he threw on Sunday. You have that team on the ropes. First of all, I agree with everyone. Game of the year. That was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome football. So you're up 27-17. You're in the red zone. You're driving. It's early fourth quarter. Just take the points. Try to do a little bit too much. Throws an interception, and that spearheads the comeback. Obviously, you have the 14th and 18 catch with Justin Jefferson, which was insane.
Better than Odell?
I mean, no, because it wasn't a touchdown. Odell caught it for a touchdown, so I'll give Odell a slight edge.
But what about the circumstances? I mean, he caught it 4th down and gave him a first down on
yeah, it was. Listen, it was insane. It was
unreal.
Catch.
I
still that was insane. It's like picking between your kids. I don't know. Whatever you enjoy. Whatever you enjoy more, I guess, at that time. Whatever kid's not annoying you that day, that's the winner. So where are we at? So Buffalo, and then you have the bad luck with the fumble in the end zone, which was just bad luck. It's just unfortunate that they blew that game. We lost 2 in a row. I still think they're one of the top 3 teams in football, but I'd be fair to the rankings. I can't have them in the top 3 after 2 losses in a row. Number 7. Number 6, another team that continues to roll is Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins beating the brakes off the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. They just look.
I would
that
like
offense,
to say.
man,
I would like to say I predicted that. I way called that.
that offense.
I mean, you did too. I'm not saying you did, but like we were all over that from the jump.
That offense, man. That offense. I mean, Tyreek Hill has made them a complete different beast, and they are just really, really good at scoring. Like they are really, really good at getting the ball down the field. I mean, I guess I owe two apologies. One to Jalen Hurts and one to Tua Tagovailoa. Got to apologize to the guy. Like, you know, I mean, now we still got to see what this looks like in Buffalo in the cold weather, you know, driving that ball through the wind and all that stuff. But, I mean, that offense looks insane right now.
Yeah.
So
It looks real nice down in Miami. Let's see what it looks like in some cold weather in the playoffs.
I agree. Number 5, the Dallas Cowboys slipping down from number 2 last week. Listen, I think the Cowboys still are really, really good. I'm not going to kill them for the Packers' loss. I thought the Packers it was just a bad spot. Sometimes it's the spot, not the team. And you had a team on life support that definitely, if they wanted to have any aspirations of sneaking into the playoff race, the Packers had to have that game. They're at home. And it's just death taxes Aaron Rodgers beating the Cowboys. Like he always beats the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So it wasn't surprising to me if they were able to pull that game out. You know, now it's a tough spot for the Cowboys because losing that game, now they're going to Minnesota next week. Who Minnesota, as we know, is absolutely rolling. So that's gonna be a big game next Sunday. I think that's a 4:25 game. So that'll be a big one in Minnesota. We'll see what happens up there. Number 4, San Francisco 49ers.
Oh,
Yes. The 49ers to me are just built to win games in the playoffs and built to win games this time of year. It's interesting with them because they are a team that would do really well on the East Coast because they're built like an East Coast franchise. They're tough, they're gritty, it's ugly, they grind it out, but they get the job done. It's not pretty, it's not going to be pretty, but they're going to win. It's pretty much what they're going to do week in and week out. I still think they're going to be there. If you ask me my honest opinion, I think they're going to be one of the last teams standing in the NFC picture. That's why I have them ranked this high. I think they're that good. I think the best, you know, if you look at pound for pound, the best teams in the NFL, I think a lot of them are in the NFC. I think you got the Eagles, you got the Vikings, you got the Cowboys, you got the Niners. In the AFC, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Ravens. But I think I give the edge to the NFC right now. I think the NFC has a better roster of teams that are built to win it. Number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs, who bounced back after last week. You know, self-explanatory. The Chiefs are again a team that are formidable. You have one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the world. Anytime you have that, you're going to be really successful. It's been remarkable watching them still be almost as dynamic an offense without Tyreek Hill. We'll see what that looks like as these games get more important in the playoffs. Do that, but right now, I think after this week, I gotta have them a top 3 team in the league. Number 2. So this is interesting because last week they were number 3 and the Cowboys were number 2. And I remember I was talking about which I was kind of like as a coin toss of which one of these teams I thought was better than the Vikings and the Cowboys last week. And the Vikings said, "Hold my beer." Went up to Orchard Park and went in a place where a lot of people don't win, and they had to fight to do it. You know, Kirk Cousins looks really good right now.
Kurt Thuggins is what they call him now.
Say again?
They call him Kurt Thuggins when he has to change them.
Kurt Thuggins. Oh man, I mean I don't ever want to hear that again. I never want to hear that again. But no, he's playing. Listen, Kirk Cousins gets a lot of criticism, but he's playing really well. And like, you know, they're playing really well. And like, you know, it just each time they win, and the more they win, it just makes that win in the Eagles hat over them look better and better each week. And number 1, I didn't see anything last night to remove the Eagles from the number 1 spot in the league. I still think the Eagles are the best team in football. I think that was a game. Some things didn't go their way, And the deficiencies are things that can be corrected. I don't think the Eagles were exposed last night. I think there are things they can work on and fix. And I still think they're number one. So they're not moving off that spot. And we'll see what happens this week against the Indianapolis Saturdays.
All right, just quick synopsize the list for me.
Sure. Let me get back in there again. So it was Titans at 10, Giants at 9, Ravens at 8, Bills 7, 6 Dolphins, 5 Cowboys, 4 49ers, 3 Chiefs, 2 Vikings, 1 Eagles.
Perfect. I really I mean, I don't know how the Giants are in there, but I understand they're 7-2, but I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I've been waiting for them to go away since week 2. Like they're a team that I've been pretty high on the Jets this year. So I'm not surprised that they've poked their heads in the power rankings. But the Giants are a team I keep waiting for the bottom to fall out, and it's not falling out, and I'm just confused. They do a couple things kind of well, but they don't do anything great. What do they do that's oh my gosh, the Giants are really great at this? Nothing.
I mean, it's mind blowing that both New York teams are good. That's never happened in my life.
Really, it's like Brian Dable just looked at Daniel Jones and said, "Hey, don't go out there and be an idiot."
Yes,
and that's changed the entire complexion of their season. Don't be a moron.
All right, so let's start the worldwide leader, ESPN.
Okay.
Number 10, Jets. Number 9, Cowboys. Number 8, Niners. 7, Giants. 6, Ravens. 5, Bills. 4, Dolphins. 3, Vikings. 2, Eagles. 1, Chiefs.
The Giants are not better than the Cowboys. They're not better than the 49ers either.
I agree.
That's big cap. That's terrible.
NFL Network. Let me real quick go back to ESPN. Let me read you the ones from last week. So last week they had 10 49ers. This week Jets. 9 Seahawks. This week Cowboys. Last week Jets were 8. But how did the Jets go from 8 to 10 and they didn't play? I'm done with ESPN. On to the NFL Network. Number 10 Jets. Number 9 Titans. Number 8 Cowboys. Number 7 49ers. Number 6 Ravens. Number 5 Bills. 4 Dolphins. 3 Vikings. 2 Chiefs. 1 Eagles.
Yeah,
that's the
right.
NFL Network.
Okay.
Pro Football Talk. 49ers. Bills. Jets. Cowboys. Ravens. Then top 5, you got the Dolphins in the top 5. Wow. Whoa. For the Giants. Okay.
That's aggressive.
3 Eagles, Marcus. 3. 2 Chiefs and the Vikings taking the top spot.
I don't mind the Dolphins in the top 5. I have the Dolphins at 6. I don't mind them there if you want to do that. The Giants being at 4 is really aggressive. I don't like that at all.
Makes me uncomfortable.
The Eagles at 3 is way low. But it's low but not surprising because I think a lot of these rankings have had the Eagles lower than they should have been all year. It took the Eagles a while to get to number 1 in a lot of these rankings. But the Eagles really didn't get to number 1 I think 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Let's
2 weeks ago.
let's flip over to the Ringer. 10 Giants, 9 Bengals, 8 Cowboys, 7 49ers, 6 Ravens, Dolphins 5, Vikings 4, Bills 3, Chiefs 2, Eagles retain the number 1 spot.
As they should. I don't think there's anything that we saw last night that still didn't say the Eagles are the best team in football. I think the next couple weeks will tell if we still have that opinion. But I don't think I've seen anything that remove them.
Now, Bleacher Report and Yahoo Sports have identical power rankings with one exception. One of them has the Jets at 9 and the Titans at 10. One of them has the Titans at 9 and the Jets at 10.
See, I don't know how you put both the Jets and the Giants in your power rankings. It's too much. Because, they're kind of in the same boat where, again, even though I'm higher on the Jets, I think the Jets are built to be good long-term, I don't think you can have both of them in there. because that means you're taking out someone that I think deserves it more. That's why I went, okay, the Giants just played this week. I'm gonna move the Jets out for this week and give the Giants a spot. But I can't do both.
All right, and last one, we have the Athletic. I think you might agree with this one. Number 10, Jets. 9, Bengals. Well, you're not going to agree with who's number 1 because it's not the Eagles. But number 8, Cowboys. 7, Vikings. 6, 49ers. 5, Bills. 4, Vikings. 3, Dolphins. It's a little high for me. 2, Eagles. 1, Chiefs.
Yeah, the Bengals are just too inconsistent to make this list.
And they had a bye last week.
And they're just they're a roller coaster. They're all over the place. Like, they beat the snot. I think those Panthers they played.
Yeah,
beat the snot out of them. Okay,
35-0 in the first half.
Yeah, okay. And but they've been all over the place. And are they a team you want to see in the playoffs? No. However, as a power ranking, their consistency, I can't slide them in because I'm probably going to slide them out the next week.
Yeah.
And then I don't think the Chiefs are the best team in football. I don't.
That is
I don't think the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC. I still listen. If you put a gun to my head and said who is the best team in the NFL, I still think it's the Buffalo Bills.
No, the Allen injury scares me.
Say it again.
The Josh Allen injury scares me.
The UCL, yeah.
That's at any given point in time he can turn into Bryce Harper and not be able to play.
Yeah. He's such a freak. He's an absolute the stuff he does is just man.
Yeah,
he's running over people. He's like a fullback playing quarterback.
That dude, he's 6'7".
Yeah, it's insane.
He's a power forward playing quarterback. Yeah, he's 6'7".
That's silly.
Yeah, let me get his exact.
I thought 6'5".
No, he's
7.
Josh Allen is listed at 6'6.7", 242 pounds.
That's insane.
He's a power forward, Marcus.
That's stupid.
He's a defensive end playing quarterback.
Yeah, it's just absolutely stupid.
So we got a quick 3-pack of AMA questions. Okay, we'll get to the first one. Number 1, if you could compete on any game show, what game show would you be on to give yourself the best chance to win?
Well, the one I like the most is Family Feud. Because Family Feud is just fun. But I want to win money. So,
yeah,
I don't know if it's still around, but Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, that's still around.
Is it still here?
It's definitely still around.
Yeah,
I have no idea who the host is these days.
Not Regis. Well, obviously, rest in peace, not Regis, obviously. But
wasn't it Shaq for a while?
I think it's daytime.
I think it was Shaq for a while.
Shaq was hosting
for a little bit. I think so.
Oh,
actually, you know who it is? It's the
Wait, isn't it the guy who won it?
No, it's I'm looking him up right now. And you're right, it is on it's on the channel that during the day when all the grandmoms are watching.
Yeah.
That's what's
I know a lot of the answers to Jeopardy, but it's too confusing. All this phrasing as a question. I don't want to do all that. That's too much.
No, yeah, that's a lot.
Please sit down and answer questions.
Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's now the host.
Oh, is he? Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense. I always laugh at the people that can't get past to the $1,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't Shaq. It was Terry Crews. Terry Crews was the host, not Shaq.
You're an embarrassment if you can't get to 1,000.
Yeah.
Got to get to 1,000. Multiple choice. Come on.
I also don't know if this game show is around anymore, but if it is, remember Supermarket Sweep?
Yeah.
That's
fun.
I spent a lot of time in grocery stores.
That's a great game.
I would be good on there.
And guys, grocery games, it's kind of similar.
Yeah. Second, this is a great question, by the way. Whoever I should start writing down who submits these questions. When is the appropriate time to begin putting up your Christmas decorations?
Oh, well, this is easy. You cannot begin this process. Now, there's a caveat. Outside, if you want to get an early start on outside, like your porch, all that stuff, you want to do that mid-November, fine. But the actual Christmas tree, all of that, the trimmings, what is it called? You put on the stairs. I forget the name of it now. I love it.
The holly?
No. It looks
Garland?
like no. What is it called? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Anyway, all of that stuff, all of that. That's Black Friday weekend, I guess we'll call it. The weekend after Thanksgiving. Nothing should be up before that. I don't want to hear Christmas before either. Like, I hate this whole thing where we're skipping Thanksgiving like it's not a holiday. I don't want to see Christmas commercials right now.
Listen, they have been selling Christmas items in the Borgata gift shop for the better part of the last 6 weeks.
I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
I agree. Lock and step with your entire timeline.
Yeah, that's
I mean, personally, I'm doing everything. I'm not doing outside prior to Black Friday weekend.
Yeah,
but
they stay up till New Year's. I give you that week of New Year's week.
I keep them up till my birthday. Just
Okay.
6 days after New Year's. So
yeah, no, that's New Year's week. You're good.
And then the third one. If you guys could be an animal for 24 hours, what would you choose?
A bear.
Mm.
I want to be a bear.
What kind of bear? A black bear, a polar bear, koala bear,
black bear,
panda bear,
black bear.
Black bear.
I want to attack some things.
Grizzly bear,
black bear,
black bear.
Yep.
What's the biggest bird? An eagle.
Eagle or hawk, maybe.
I want to be whatever the biggest bird is. I don't have to worry about another bird attacking me.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be attacked.
No.
I only got 20. I just got to survive.
I don't want to have to worry about.
Yeah, but I want to be able to fly. I want to be able to like go places that I can't go to on foot.
Bears are becoming very friendly, by the way.
I don't like.
I've seen way too many videos of bears like eating French fries on park benches with people, and
no, I don't need all that. I don't need all that.
It's a lot to unpack with bears right now.
No, okay, no. So today is what's today? Today is November 15th. We've got 3 birthdays. Going back to Marcus's wrestling days, today would have been, rest in peace, his 70th birthday to Randy Savage.
The Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Slim Jim.
Happy 34th birthday to B.O.B.
Okay.
Happy 55th birthday to E40.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Double nickel E40.
Yeah, a couple of things happened on this day as well. The first stock market ticker debuts 1867. Rolling Stones makes their U.S. TV debut 1965. The original Xbox releases 2001.
Ooh, okay.
And American Gangster becomes the #1 album on the U.S. albums list in 2007.
Really, I mean, in my opinion, that's really the real Jay-Z return album. That's where he sounded more like himself.
And here we go, Marcus. I warned you ahead of time.
Okay.
That we were going to fight over this. Well, we might not, but we might.
All right.
We got a top 5 for today.
Okay.
And based off of the last fact, I've decided to go with the top 5 Jay-Z albums.
Ooh, okay.
Now, I told you in pre-show, I probably should have turned this over to you to do.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you my top 5, and I will, you can critique it afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, number 5. Because obviously, we go 5 to 1. Number 5, Blueprint 3.
Okay.
With
Run This Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2010.
No, yeah, I think it was 09.
09, yeah.
Part of the reason why that is so good for me personally is the time frame of my life when it dropped. I was a junior in college, fresh 21 years old. I went out. That album was played everywhere.
Kanye was on a run then. He was on a run. He produced basically that entire album.
Yes. So that is number 5 for me.
That was the Hawaii period.
Mm-hmm.
They were all in Hawaii just making bangers.
Yes. I think Run This Town was on there.
Yeah, Run This Town, Empire State of Mind.
Forever Young was on there.
Yeah. Yep.
Number 4. Volume 2, Hard Knock Life.
Okay. Easily his most important album in the sense of his ascension to superstardom.
Yes.
1998.
Number 3, the Black Album. Big fan of the Black Album.
Great album.
Arguably my most favorite of his albums, but I can't justifiably put the Black Album number 1. I just can't do it. Number 2, Reasonable Doubt. And I mean, I think we all know what number 1 is. If I haven't named
I hope
it,
so.
if I haven't named it yet, I think we all know what number 1 is.
I hope so.
Okay, the third one came in at number 5. The first one comes in at number 1. And this is
Yes.
the original Blueprint,
Yes.
2001.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The only year you can maybe make an argument that Jay-Z was the best rapper on the planet. Can't really, like, it's interesting with his, like, the hierarchy he's held in. Well, that's probably the only year you can make an argument he was the best in the game.
What's your take on the list?
I don't hate it. Like, I mean, if you want to nitpick, I might have brought Volume 2 up a little higher, but I don't really have any major egregious errors there. I'm trying to think albums like Blueprint 2 was a mid. It was too many songs. Let me see.
444.
Volume 3 is underrated, but I don't think Volume 3 is a top 5 album.
Yeah, I mean,
Volume 1 was a mid.
yeah, like 444, Magna Carta.
I hated Magna Carta. I thought that was a bad album. I hated everything about it.
What was
444 was good.
American Gangster, obviously
American Gangster was good, but it's not top 5.
Um,
Kingdom Come, definitely not a top 5. I think you did good. I think you nailed all 5 of the.
I think those 5 belong in the top 5. It's just where do they sit amongst your personal order?
Exactly. Because all those 5 that you have on there are my 5 favorite Jay-Z albums.
So
yeah, I think you did good. Nothing to fight about.
Oh, victory! When I was putting it together, I was like, "This is gotta save time for this."
You did good. And as long as Blueprint is the undisputed number 1.
I agree.
Like, Blueprint is a masterpiece.
You should have seen the look on your face as the list was going. You didn't hear it, and you're like,
"Yeah, yeah." I was waiting for Blueprint because I mean the production. You had Just Blaze, Kanye West, Timbaland, Eminem. Like, it was just pristine of pristine.
Yeah,
not a lot of features. Eminem, I believe, Eminem is the only feature on the entire album, and it's just, I mean, so many. I mean, Ola Vito, Ain't No Love, like, MOP was a feature on there too. There's so many great songs on there.
Yeah. Got anything else?
Not really.
I got nothing.
All right, I'm Marcus tweeting everywhere.
At Justin Emery Show on the Bluebird app.
Brad Emery Pride everywhere. BradEmeryShow.com for the merch. Check out our friends at Vans Jewelers, and hopefully the Eagles will figure out their running issues against the Indianapolis Saturdays on Sunday.
What's that? A 1:00 game, I think.
1:00.
1:00 in Indy.
No one wants that in prime time.
No, nobody wants that.
And until next time, you can be with us, you can be against us, but never gonna stop us. Late.